Welcome to Timeless Sparks, where we uncover stories that shaped the soul of the world. Tonight we venture beyond the famous sonnets into the lives of the Romantic poets, minds who didn't just write about passion and revolution, but lived them. In a world that demanded conformity, these poets chose rebellion. Today, their verses echo not only through the pages of anthologies, but in every corner where the spirit seeks to break free. Did you know that the giants of Romantic poetry were themselves outcasts, lovers, and revolutionaries, haunted by scandal and driven by vision? Their stories, written in both ink and blood, pulse with the power to shock and to inspire. Join me as we pull back the curtain on a movement and the lives that changed literature forever. The late 18th century was a time of upheaval. As empires trembled and revolutions stormed across Europe, something new began to stir in poetry. Romanticism was a rebellion, not of muskets and barricades, but of imagination and spirit. The Romantics turned their backs on the ordered reason of the Enlightenment. Instead, they reached for the wild, untamed forces of nature, for dreams, and for the chaos of the human heart. Poetry became lightning, raw, unpredictable, illuminating. Let us meet the poets who dared to live at the edge of that storm. William Blake, London's mystical engraver, saw visions as a child, angels in the trees, celestial fire in the streets of the city. Blake's poetry flowed with radical ideas, the sanctity of human imagination, the evils of oppression, and a fiery hope for spiritual revolution. Mocked in his own time as a madman, he was in truth a prophet ahead of the world. Then there is Lord Byron, the very face of scandal and style. Byron's poetry was intoxicating, but his life was even more so. Affairs that rattled the aristocracy, debts and duels, and a notorious exile from England's polite society. Called mad, bad, and dangerous to know, he became a legend not only in literature, but on the battlefields of Greece, fighting for independence, seeking meaning in courage and chaos. Percy Shelley, fiery atheist and fearless dreamer, was expelled from Oxford for advocating atheism, outraging both educators and family. His passion for justice was matched only by his poetic gifts. His words dissected tyranny, celebrated love, and pursued the ideal of freedom. Alongside him walked Mary Shelley, as brilliant and tormented as her husband, a woman who changed Gothic literature forever with her Frankenstein. Their relationship was forged in elopement, tragedy, and a shared fascination with life and death. For the Romantics, love was never gentle. Byron's liaisons, so numerous and intense, destroyed reputations and relationships alike. He left broken hearts from England to Italy, making waves in the polite circles he scorned. Exiled from home, Byron found solace in movement and in writing, but peace always eluded him. Shelley and Mary's romance was a tempest, charged with passion and sorrow. They endured estrangement from family, the deaths of beloved children, and traveled constantly, seeking a home that never quite materialized. Percy's life ended all too soon, drowned at sea before reaching 30. But in his poetry, grief became beauty, and love, no matter how brief, remained eternal. Pain and longing were companions to all the Romantics, yet it was precisely in these struggles that their art found its truest form. Each loss became a lyric, each exile a new verse. They transformed their aching hearts into poems that transcend time, still whispered by those who seek meaning in beauty and suffering. And so, what remains of their spirit today? Everything. The verses of the Romantics have not faded, they have multiplied. Their influence is everywhere, in the protest songs and political speeches, in the yearning of modern novels. in the simple act of pausing to watch a sunset or feel the wildness of one's own heart. Blake's visions of freedom, Byron's declaration of selfhood, Shelley's hunger for justice. These are the roots of artful rebellion still alive in every era. As you listen tonight, imagine the world they inhabited. Candlelit garrets where Byron scribbled feverish lines, windswept cliffs where the Shelleys dreamed and grieved, the ink-stained hands of Blake working late into the night. Picture love letters and unfinished poems, crashing seas and storm-tossed journeys. Hear, too, the echo of their voices, sometimes joyous, sometimes defiant, always alive. Thank you for joining us on Timeless Sparks. If the passion and courage of the Romantic poets lit a spark within you, please like, share, and subscribe for more journeys into history's most daring hearts and minds. Let the rebellious spirit of these poets inspire you, wherever you are, to live audaciously and to write your own wild verse.